Sometimes life throws bold moments at you, like finding the perfect vacation or finding the ideal location. At BOS, we're there to help you meet those moments with bold confidence. So whether it's managing money for future plans or getting what you need to start planning your dream, we're here to bring you a better banking experience. Make the bold move and switch to BOS today.
Hi, this is Ron Kinscherf. This is the Business Spotlight brought to you by the Bank of Springfield. We have Luke Haubrich with Elite Outdoor Services, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, so this all started in your backyard, cutting grass in your backyard, making out a baseball diamond, things like that, right?
Yep. Long time ago.
You fell in love with a lawnmower, or what's the situation here?
Yeah, I enjoyed the mowing. That's kind of how this all started, was based off lawn care. Just doing it part-time on the side after full-time jobs, and that just eventually turned into a leap of faith and going out on my own and doing it.
So you did this in high school, right? You cut grass, spending cash, things along those lines. So
right.
When did you make that transition to think, I think I'm going to be able to make a full-time gig out of this, start my own business?
Sure. So that was about 4 years ago now, in 2021. I was working in the water department at the city of Quincy, and was just doing it on the side, and it was just extremely demanding. Our workload was getting heavy, and I was having to hire guys on the side to come help me out, and it just turned into one of those things. I ran some numbers and gave it a whirl, and now I'm sitting here talking to you. So
now, did you go to school for business or anything like that out of high school, or
I
did
did
you
not.
just jump right into the workforce?
Went right into the workforce.
So was it scary at all to, after you ran the numbers, thinking, oh my God, I might have to actually do this?
Absolutely.
So what was the biggest challenge when you got started?
Doing the work was the easy part, I guess.
Yeah.
It's the back end of it, keeping up on finances and payables and receivables, and making sure you got material on time and
all that fun stuff, yeah. So when you converted from the part-time job to the full-time gig, were you just doing lawn maintenance at that time?
For the most part, that's when we started getting into more landscaping. We'd probably done a handful of retaining walls and small landscape beds, but we were just kind of getting our toes wet in it.
Okay, so all right, so you weren't having to deal initially with a lot of product arriving, that type of thing, right? So you're managing schedules, but you still had employees, so you're paying employees, and then you had to do more tax type stuff, didn't you?
Yes,
Okay.
That's where all that fell in. All the things that I didn't know that I needed to know when I started it.
So was there somebody that you knew that could help you out with all that type of stuff, that ran a business, that, like maybe uncle, something like that?
Yeah, I spoke with a couple local business owners that I was comfortable going to and asking for some help, and had a lot of experience in getting my LLC set up and all those fun things. So
all that, all the legal type of stuff
Yeah.
you go through. So what was the number of customers, and you may not remember this, but when you just decided to make that move from part-time to full-time, and you had a couple of guys helping you out on the side?
Yeah.
Do you remember what that cutoff was?
I think we had, I don't know, probably 20 to 30 mowing accounts at the time, and
just couldn't keep up.
Projects in between, so the demand was there.
So where are you at now after 5 years?
So we are a team of 4, including myself right now. Obviously, plan on growing, but just trying not to grow too fast.
How many clients? Any idea?
No, it varies.
That's okay. Are you doing personal and commercial, or just personals?
We do a lot of residential, but we are never opposed to commercial work. I don't bid on a whole lot of commercial work. We are more attention to detail, where it seems when you get into commercial work, that you kind of have to slide to adjust to that.
Do you remember the first time you bought your first big boy lawnmower, like one that you normally wouldn't get for your home?
I do.
When was that? And were you scared? Like,
I was
writing
very
a
nervous.
check for X amount?
Yes, that was nerve-wracking. That was probably 2019, 2018.
Were you? Was it the full-time job or was it the part-time job?
Was I working full-time?
No, was it? Did you have the business yet, or are you just doing it part-time?
Oh, just doing it part-time.
Okay, so that's when you bought your first big boy mower.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
So now, how many big boy mowers do you have?
Just 2. We don't.
Oh, you still only have. Okay.
Yeah, so we've kind of backed away from, I guess, the lawn care, quote unquote, if you will. We kind of sell more property maintenance packages more than anything, where yes, we will do your lawn maintenance, but also we want to trim your shrubs, mulch your flower beds, any landscaping project that comes up, we want to be the first one to bid on that. We don't like to see our competitors on site of houses we maintain.
Okay,
so,
I gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
So one thing on your website is hardscaping. What is hardscaping?
That's going to be your retaining walls, paper patios, seat walls, fire pits, you name it, outdoor living areas.
So basically anything that's brick or pavers or stuff along those lines?
Correct, yeah.
Okay. Is there anything where you draw the lines that you're not doing that's outdoor related?
Yeah, I mean, if we get into foundational work and stuff like that, obviously I'm gonna look for a sub. If it's a full-on, home edition or outdoor edition, I'm gonna sub some of the concrete work out or things like that. But as far as just a big retaining wall or big patio or outdoor kitchen or anything like that, no, we'll handle all that.
So do you do the design work too? So if somebody calls you, hey, we want to do an outdoor type thingamajiggy, is that, how do you?
We do, yeah. Okay. We're a design and install company. I personally design all of our, whether it's softscape, landscaping, shrubs, whatnot, edging. I put those together as well as our hardscape projects.
Okay, so how much horticulture knowledge do you have accrued over these 5 years? As far as, I want to do this, I want to do that.
Yeah, not as much as some of my competitors. I will say that. Obviously, I probably lack compared to some of our bigger competitors in Quincy. But we spend a lot of time learning, and I attend a lot of events and read a lot of books, and so it's a constant progression, just trying to get better all the time and introduce new horticultural things into the area.
Okay, so that leads me to the next question. Has technology changed a lot in the 5 years you've been doing it?
Absolutely.
In what way?
Obviously AI, which everyone knows. But
that affects what you do.
It does.
How?
You're getting a lot of, I've noticed a lot of guys that are just starting to get into this that don't know a whole lot. You can kind of see some of their design work is not, it's not thought out. You can tell a person didn't do it. Who knows where or what plant should go where, for example. And some of the designs, I see a lot of these guys will post their designs on their Facebook pages and stuff, and you can kind of pick apart the ones that they sent into ChatGPT or didn't.
Wow, I never even thought about that. So, okay, so that's something you don't do, obviously. So, does it? So, if you're doing a landscape for somebody, does it matter where the shrubs or bushes or whatever are placed within that?
Absolutely, yeah.
For what purpose?
Obviously, moisture is always going to play a factor in it, but mainly sunlight.
Okay.
If you're on a hard north side of a home or tucked in a corner, you're not going to want to put a shrub that's going to require a lot of sunlight or a lot of water necessarily, depending on which way it's facing. So, and then vice versa, on the south side of a home, you're going to want something that's going to take the sun.
So it sounds like there's a lot of continuing education then.
Constantly.
Is your team doing that or just you?
No, they come with me to a lot of trainings.
Do they?
Yeah. So we'll be going out, potentially going out east twice this year for different trainings. Some of it being hardscaping, some of it being more horticulture based. Okay. So
people could find you at your website, right?
Yes.
And which is?
EliteOSLLC.com.
EliteOSLLC.com.
Yep.
Luke, thanks for coming in.
Yeah,
all right.
Absolutely.
All right, this is Luke Haubrich with Elite Outdoor Services, and this has been the Business Spotlight brought to you by Bank of Springfield.
Sometimes life throws bold moments at you, like finding the perfect vacation or finding the ideal location. At BOS, we're there to help you meet those moments with bold confidence. So whether it's managing money for future plans or getting what you need to start planning your dream, we're here to bring you a better banking experience. Make the bold move and switch to BOS today.